Lightning 100 has been to every Bonnaroo music festival.
All right, we're here at Bonnaroo 2010 with local boys, and not all of them, obviously, non-commissioned officers. How you guys doing today?
Doing very well.
Great.
Doing
Excellent.
very well.
Great. How did you guys played the True Music Lounge earlier?
We did. It was a blast. It was an absolute blast.
Yeah.
I had no idea so many people were going to turn out. We were the second band to play, and I guess there was no other option, so they had to they had to deal with us or just deal with the mud.
Yeah.
This is my first time too.
Really?
Yeah. So I had no idea what the situation was like. The road in was easy enough. As soon as we hit the muck, we were misdirected into a bog at the edge of the world. Our vehicles became stuck. We had to churn them out of the shit and just hand ourselves over to the actual camping space. It was wonderful. We got a great spot under a beautiful tree too.
Nice. We did too. They actually, as soon as we pulled in, we set up camp, and right behind us was this big RV somebody had rented, and it just boom straight in the mud, and they're just spinning tires. They had to get a tractor to pull it out. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it's such a great location for that stage. I mean, it's a smaller stage, but it's right in the middle of everything. So no matter where you're going, any stage in the place, you're like right there and get to stop by.
Absolutely. I mean, it was the choice spot to play if you're an unknown band. I mean, everybody who's here who wants to see music is going to come and see it because you can hear it for miles.
Yeah, especially when people just walked in. Like at the time, we were the only people playing. So as soon as you walked in, you heard us, and so it was just like 1,000 people that came, to see whatever was going on, because that was the first thing that happened.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's got to be cool to open up a huge festival like this.
Yeah. I mean, it's the best. I mean, all you want to do is get a party started when you play music for anybody, and this is the best party going in the whole region. So.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Well, and we know you. Obviously, you've been on one of the local showcases we've done, and we've also played you on the local Lightning Spotlight with the soundtrack to Make Out with Violence. And are you guys still promoting that? Are you working on new stuff, or?
Well, I think we can do a lot at once. I mean, we're promoting the movie. It's still an important part of our origins. It's an independent film that was made in Nashville, and me and my brother Jordan put the soundtrack together. And when the soundtrack was done, we realized that we had a ton of awesome pop songs, and we put a band together and called up Jonathan Brock and said, you got to play some bass, man. And then it was on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's always a spectacle. I love your guys' shows. It's just different people coming up singing. I love it. It's so much fun.
Yeah. We try to entertain. I mean, all we're really doing is trying to entertain people with pop music. It's nothing new, but it's what we love. So, and I think the next material is going to take a lot of really theatrical turns, and I think story is always important in whatever we're doing. And when Jordan and I sit down to make music, we usually, if we don't have a story sitting there for us to work around, we concoct one in order to make the songs believable, or just some kind of thread that you can that carries through it, so it's worth listening to an album. I mean, in this day and age of the EP, I love putting out gigantic records that work as a piece of music in and of themselves.
It was a double disc, right?
Yeah, the first one, the soundtrack for Make Out with Violence was a double disc, and it was because the movie needed wall-to-wall sound.
Right.
But I'd love to put together a short piece too that was just as anthemic.
Yeah. Okay. And well, I hear you guys are working on a new DVD, right?
Make Out with Violence is about to come out on DVD.
Oh, okay.
It's a limited edition through Factory 25 in New York. It should come out in October.
Okay.
And there's going to be a ton of special features, and the movie is going to be on one disc, special features on the other, and then a vinyl of the soundtrack, selections from the soundtrack. Nice. So it should be pretty cool.
Has it been out on vinyl already, or?
There's an EP out on vinyl,
a
7-inch, but that's an extremely limited edition. So.
And so you said you've been writing. Excuse me. You've been writing with your brother a lot now. I mean, is this gonna be another soundtrack, or are you just gonna abandon that, or is that always just kind of whatever works out, works out?
Well, the band is really a tool for Jordan right now, for Jordan and myself to put this music out. Like, Jordan was playing guitar. Right now we've got 2 new guitar players, the Carson and Cheyenne Metters.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the
And
Metters,
the Metters brothers are playing with us. Cheyenne, you might recognize Cheyenne playing with the Nobility.
Okay.
And
yes.
Carson is a terrific player. Carson was actually deathly ill when he showed up today, and really powered through the set. And he's on his way home right now,
really?
unfortunately.
He's not staying the rest of the week.
The first like 5 hours of the day that I saw him, he was just like this.
Yeah, we were chowing down on some stuffed peppers with Carson in mind. The future of the band is this lineup that we've got, and Jordan writing songs with me and producing us in the studio. And I think heavy touring is what we're focusing on now.
That's good. I mean, that's what I love, to see the local bands get out of town and really just start to venture out and see new venues. Even if it's small at first, you're gonna grab people's attention wherever you go, and it's a lot of bands just stick around right here in Nashville, or not right here in Nashville, but in Nashville, and just keep playing over and over. It's like, well, you're just playing to the same
Sure,
fans.
I mean, Nashville's
like,
a great opportunity for musicians, but it can also be like a trap, you know, because there's so many venues and there's so many bands, and once you have any kind of name, everybody wants to play with you, and I think that's a great thing.
Yeah.
But, you know, you also have to get out there, and I like getting out there, especially with bands that don't really have a name yet in Nashville.
Yeah.
You know, if you can build a buzz in the region around the city and then hit the city, even if you're from there, I think that's a really great strategy as well.
Actually, yeah, I mean, I've always just said it's a great place to hone your craft, so that when you do go out to these places elsewhere, you're pretty much a warrior at that point. You've dealt with the most criticism you could ever hear and some of the most loyalty you could ever see. So
well, I mean, you know, we've played a lot of shows in town, and I don't think any of them would have prepared us for this.
Yeah,
so
that's very true.
You're always going to be met with new challenges.
Yeah. That's good. I like it. And you guys are pushing it and keeping yourself challenged and creating. I like that.
And you know, for the variety of music is really what we're focused on.
Yeah.
I feel like we've made our like gigantic pop record.
Yeah.
There will always be pop songs in everything that we do, but just kind of stretching a little bit of what this, you know, 6-piece band can do musically, and kind of just trying to figure out what the next sound is really what we're focused on.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, let's talk about what we're here at Bonnaroo. You guys are here all weekend.
Oh yeah, we got to stay. This is my first time at Bonnaroo. So
this is my first time with the perks.
Yeah. And they are nice sometimes. So who are you guys like looking forward to seeing? I mean, there's everything from hip hop to rock to country, John Prine, Stevie Wonder. It's just ridiculous. I mean,
why don't you answer that first?
Man, I have to be completely honest, I'm here to see Conan O'Brien.
Yeah.
Like that is out of everything, out of Jay-Z, out of Phoenix, out of Stevie, anything, like that's probably what I'm most excited about. But like all the other bands, like I actually recently saw Phoenix and Nashville at the Rites of Spring, and they were completely badass. They were really amazing. So I'd like to see them again as well. And I don't know, like Stevie Wonder's also a living legend, so it's just good to like get that one under your belt. Like,
under your belt. I can't wait. He's my like. Last year was Al Green for me. I would die to see Al Green, and finally I got the chance. I had perks. It was nice. Yeah. And I was like on side stage. I was like, yes, Al Green is right there. But Stevie's, I'm excited about that. I'm definitely excited about a lot of the smaller bands though.
I'm also really interested in seeing Dan Deacon play.
Yeah.
That, and he has like the 14-piece ensemble with him.
Oh, really? I didn't realize it was that big.
He's not just by himself. So it's like really, I think it's late. I think it starts at like maybe 2.
Yeah, it's really
so
late.
It'll be like one of those stumbling around dance parties. That'll be really fun.
Nice.
Yeah. I gotta see Ween.
Ween?
Yeah, I've never seen him. I've also never seen the Flaming Lips.
Oh God, yeah.
Ween is
That's gonna be amazing.
Ween is to me like, you know, there's Zappa, then there's Ween, really.
Okay.
Like as far as the great bachelor bands.
Nice.
in music history.
This Bonnaroo video exclusive powered by TapeOnline.com, our Nashville media store for all of our coverage.